Hi friends, Renee Keese here with Carolina Creative, and I'm here with another card making idea for you today. Today I'm going to work with this stamp and die set called Loveliest Tree. I think this can make some really pretty but yet simple, but you can make them look elegant cards. So today I'm going to work with one of the new in colors for 2024 through 26. I'm going to use Summer Splash, and it's going to kind of be a monochromatic card. I also pulled a little bit of the paper out of that paper set that goes with that in colors. And so this can either be a stripe or the leaves, but I really like the leaves. So that's what I'm going to use today with the Summer Splash and the Loveliest Tree. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and stamp, and I pulled out this large stamp set with the tree. Let me go ahead and flip my camera down and show you my work area here. I want to go ahead and stamp this so I can die cut it and then move the machine out of my way. So here in my work area, I'm going to use my Summer Splash. This would be equally pretty in Shy Shamrock. I decided to go with this color. It's still summery here, so I wanted it to be, this is just a pretty, it's in between blue and green. I love the color. I think it's a great color. So now that I've stamped that, let me get my die, and I'm going to lay this together and get ready to run it through the machine. So now I'm going to move the machine over here and make my sandwich. I do need all the layers today for this. So I've got my cutting plate. I'm going to put the second plate on top, so it's 1, 2s, and 3s all together. And crank this through like this. And I have to laugh. You can see where I keep my little hex here. I had used this so much that the handle was starting to come loose. You know, over time, as you crank it through, that's what happens. So there's my tree. And so the good thing is I knew right where it was because I had to take it apart and tighten it up. And we have to do that periodically. Okay, now I'll show you what I'm working with. I've got my ink. I've got my card base in Summer Splash. I've got a piece of paper. I did have this left over from another card. This is just white cardstock that I ran through that pine wood plank or timber, whatever that's called, the new wood look. So I want to use those side by side. I want to put my tree on there. Inside, I've already stamped Because You Totally Deserve It, and that did come out of the Loveliest Tree set. Let me go ahead and put this here. But my sentiment for the front, I pulled out of these Charming Sentiments because these will cut silhouettes. And I just thought this silhouette was going to look really cool across the front of the card, the way it's punched out. So I did already stamp and punch this. This is also in Summer Splash. I told you this is going to be monochromatic. So you can kind of see how this is going together. I'm going to glue the insert and dot some glue on here. What I may also do, I should have stamped it, but I can do this very simply as soon as I get this glued in. I was going to put just a few leaves on the inside, and there's a cute little stamp that goes with this stamp set right here. That'll give me some leaves. And so I'm going to put some here and then do a quick re-ink and maybe some up in that corner too. There we go. So this is going to say, wishing you the happiest of birthdays because you totally deserve it. And I like this because this could be a masculine card. This is very gender neutral. This could go to absolutely anybody. So this is how I'm going to put them together. And because I've got this embossed texture, I do want to use my seal on that. So I'm just, stamp and seal's already in my hand. So here we go. This would be really pretty. I'm going to show you what it would look like on the stripe too. Like I said, I was just kind of in a leafy mood, and I thought the leaves went with the tree. So I'm going to put leaves and flowers in the background. And then I'm going to pick which side. The other cool thing about this timber is it can go either direction. It has that really cool wood look and feel. And so I just have to pick which side I want up. So this is just a 2-inch strip by 5 1/4. And then this was actually 2.5 because I couldn't decide exactly which way I wanted it to go over. Oh, that's going to be cool. And then put this on there as well. I think I will use some dimensionals behind the tree. And my order hasn't come yet. And believe it or not, I ran out of my white dimensionals. So now I'm using up the black ones. If you didn't know, Stampin' Up! Also makes black, which is great for some of the darker colored cards. Not that this is one, but this isn't going to show through. So I'm fine using black dimensionals. But it can come in handy when you're doing, really dark things to know that you can. Do I want to squeeze that in there? I just want to make sure it's not going to show. Yeah, like that. I'm just use a half a piece right there. And it's sticking to my fingers. And put another one there, and put another one there, and one more there. And I should be good. And my take your pick tools over there, but I'm just going to use my good old thumbnail, punch a little dent in it, and they pop right off. And as I say that, of course, one doesn't want to come off. There we go. All right, so put all that in the trash so they're not all over my workspace. So now I'm just going to put this, you could put it to one side. I'm kind of going to center it. It just fits really nicely there. And then put the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Because this is so skinny and tiny, I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. And I'm going to use a little more Stampin' Seal. I can get it to put just little bits on the end to make sure that those ends will stay down. So there we go, like that. And then I've got my gems. These are the In Color resin dots. And so this will match. Let me just pull out. I got a half a sheet right here. This will match, again, coordinate with my tone on tone. This is the Summer Splash. I'm going to put one up there. And then put another one maybe under the sentiment. Yeah, I like to just kind of sprinkle them. So there you have it. I just put together a card. I had tied a bow thinking maybe, but I just don't know that I want that. This has become, I'll flip the camera up. This is almost simple stamping. I have a little bit of embossing on there, but I've got a few gems. I've die cut, 2 things. So I've got both the tree and the sentiment die cut. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays because you totally deserve it. So if you like the projects or the products you're seeing here, you can find me at Carolina Creative or hashtag Carolina Creative. I'm also on the Stampin' Up! Network because I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So it's Renee Keese at StampinUp.net. Thanks for joining me today. Stay tuned for the next video.